Good morning. I'm typically a 10 o'clocker, although I've dabbled in the 8 o'clock service. I really love them both. I'm a little nervous speaking at the 8 o'clock service because I've been here when Maggie has spoken, and she always has gifts, and I don't have a gift, I have an ask. I'm on the vestry, and we launched our stewardship campaign in the fall, and it was successful. We never really closed it out, and one thing I want to say is stewardship never closes out. It's never too late to pledge. It's never too late to be a good steward. During the harvest dinner, we took that opportunity to celebrate Rob, and then in the beginning of January, I was at this service, and Aaron prayed Rob out for a sabbatical, and then at the 10 o'clock service, we all laid hands on Rob. And then the next week was our annual meeting, and at our annual meeting, we wanted to celebrate our newly reconstituted staff and our new job descriptions. We also wanted to celebrate 3 faithful servants and exemplary stewards, Jerry Simpkins, Judy Roberts, who are stepping down from positions of leadership, and of course, Susie Rayside, who is a faithful servant until her last breath. Now we want to circle back to say, if you have not yet pledged, please do so. Listening to Aaron's sermon, pledging is really about seeing. I think it's pretty ironic that the last 2 times I've been asked to speak, both times the scripture was on the blind man. And I'm not sure if I don't know how that happened. But I think we really do see with our heart, and that is truly what stewardship is. It's definitely our resources. If we don't have the funds, we obviously can't have the great staff and the programs. But it's also our heart. It's having a dream and being able to dream about something to help our neighbor, to help the stranger, and to love others. It's about taking care of our building. For myself, I was a member of a more traditional conservative church for years. About 23 years ago, I taught in this neighborhood, and 2 little ones asked me if I would come to a play here, and I came and I saw something magical. I saw the love, I felt it. My daughter, who loves to tell me that she saw the light long before I did. She lived in D.C., and she was a confirmed Episcopalian, and she wanted to get married at this church. And then thirdly, I had seen all my life, and I was losing my sight. And I was trying to find a church that I could walk to. And so I stumbled into St. John's, and I've been here for 23 years. I want to say that I sat back there by the pole for the longest time because my work was really out in the community at my school. And then I became confirmed, and what I discovered was more questions than answers, more amazement and wonder than certainty, more love. And then it kind of generated more activity. I became involved, and what I've really discovered is my stewardship is every time I find a void in my life, there's an answer here at St. John's. I need my kid fix. Brooke has found a way for me to cook with teenagers, even though that's a little dangerous, but I do it. When I'm suffering loss, I discovered the healing service and the Thursday morning service, which just fills my soul praying with others. And so to me, stewardship is the whole thing. If you have yet to pledge, on behalf of the vestry, I ask you to fill out a pledge card, knowing that it's more than the resources. We recognize the stresses on people. We recognize that some people really do not have the funds, but you might have time and talent, and put anything down in that resource column. $2 a week would, $104, $5 a week. The amount doesn't matter. And that's what I implore you to do. I want to say, most of you know, my beloved husband of 50 years passed away in October, and the last normal conversation, not about health, we had was actually about pledging. And he was quiet, never wore his faith on his sleeve. I'm the public face, but he was kind of smoothed out my rough edges, and really it was all about him. And he said to me, "Do you think we can give more this year?" And, I kind of looked at him. And he said, "I think the way people are struggling, the way of the world, the folks I see at Breakfast Club, the way we're treating immigrants," he said, "can we give a little bit more so that others can give a little bit less, but still be contributing full members of St. John's?" And I think that's what pledging is. When someone has a need, we might give more and others might give less. And when we have a need, others will be there right for us. So if you haven't yet pledged, please do so. If you have pledged, thank you. And either way, thank you for being contributing members of this community. Thank you.